Hello, my name is Caroline Brewer and I'm here to teach you how to round and order decimals. First, one of the key important things in decimal is place value. You have to know what the place value is to learn how to put decimals in the right place. As you know, this is the tens, this is the ones, and this is the decimal point. This is a tenth. Notice that it's different from tens. This is a hundredth. And this is a thousandth. It goes on like this: ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. It goes on, but it skips the ones after the decimal. Okay. When rounding decimals, one key rule that you have to follow is when it's 5 or more, let it soar. 4 or less, let it rest. I'll tell you what that means in a moment. For this problem, let's say I want you to round to the nearest, let's say, tenth. So as you can see here, this is the tenth. Remember your place value, this is very important. So round to the nearest tenth. How do you do that? You say that's where it comes back to that very important rule. 5 or more, let it soar. 4 or less, let it rest. Okay? So is 9 above or below 5? That's right, it's above. So you would cross this out and make this a 0. Because you're basically carrying that 9 over, making it 10. Since it's 5 or more, you would round it to 10. So then 9, what's 9 plus 1? 10, so you'd make this a 0, and add 1 to it. So this would become 7. So now this number becomes 37.00. So rounded to the nearest tenth, this number would now become 37.0. And that is how you calculate the decimal for the tenth. Let's try it again. This time I'll help you even more. Give me a second to get the next problem worked out. Let's try again. Remember your place value. Hundreds, tens, ones, decimal point, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000ths, and it would go on and on. Let's say in this one I want you to calculate or round to the nearest hundredth. The hundredth, if you don't remember, tenth, hundredth, so it's right here. Round to the nearest hundredth. You might be thinking, whoa, this is a lot of numbers, but don't worry, it's actually very easy to calculate. I'm going to teach you a new way to calculate how to round decimals. Okay, so let's say, since we're calculating the hundredths, let's say that, remember that rule I taught you, 5 or more, let it soar, 4 or less, let it rest? Well, one of my tricks is to put a decimal point right here. Well, actually right here. And see how 921 is greater than 500, which would be half. I would then round this to 88. I know you might not get it, but since 921 is greater than 500, 921 is greater than 500, you would round it up. So this now becomes, this needs to transfer over to this place, right here. So this number, if rounded to the nearest hundredth, would become 350 56.88 hundredths. Let's do some real practice now. I'm at a site called funbrain.com. It is very good practice for learning how to place and round and order decimals. Look over here. Given the following number, 9,671 and 3,638 10,000ths, round to the nearest one. This is good practice because there are no such thing as oneths, it's just tenths. And you won't get confused because now you know that. So round to the nearest one. Remember what I taught you. There's a decimal point there already. So is 3638 higher than 5000, which would be half, 0.5000. No, it's lower, so it would stay the exact same. It would be 9,671. Let's see if we're right. Good, we got it right. Now, again, let's round to the nearest one. Okay, over here is 0.6534 greater than 0.5000, which would be half. Yes, it is, so that means you would round this one up one. Because basically all of this is going to have to go into this number, and it will be greater than this. So now it will be 3,347. Let's see if we're right. Great. Okay, now we're going to round to the nearest 100, which is over here. You gotta remember the place value. So first we have to think. Is 42 less than 50? Because 50 is half of 100. So is 42 less than 50? Yes. So right now it would stay the same. It would be 9,042. Looks like I got that one incorrectly. It would actually be rounded to the nearest 100 and 9,000 because you would round down. That's an easy mistake that I actually made, and also that many other people will make. You want to remember not to do that. Otherwise, you will mess up in a lot of things. Let me pause to get another practice site going. This is a game called Decimal Switch. It will teach you where and how to place your decimals and which is greater than the other. Remember place value? Decimals are all about place value. You want to go even further with place value, so we're going to learn how to place them in the right order. So 0.01 is 100th. And unlike in regular counting where it goes ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, it goes backwards. So 100th is actually smaller than a tenth. So a tenth would be the biggest in a decimal. So if you look here, 0.01 is a hundredth, which means it is in the right spot. We do not see any other hundredths because this is 100th, which means it's the smallest in here. Imagine it's like money, is what I would do. This is 1 penny. 1 penny isn't very much, so it would be at the bottom. What's next? 18 hundredths, or 18 cents if you want it to be like money, would actually be here. 18, so we're in order so far, but it looks like we only need to swap these. So if you look and if you think about the money approach that I showed you, it would actually be right, because 1 cent is the least, 18 cents is next, 0.4 doesn't mean 4 cents because it means 4 tenths. Remember? So it would actually be 40 cents, 84 cents, and 91 cents, which is the greatest. Let's see if we're right. Correct. Good job. Now that you're done, you have become a decimal master. Continue learning about decimals and have fun with them.